It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the Buccaneers' sure-handed wide receiver, closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Buccaneers and the Commanders, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've... The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some space here. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 49 yards. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. Second down and 3. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. We'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's 3-0 Washington. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him.
Here we go.
He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Marsh. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Okay,
so
ready?
3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
It feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be tackled right around the midfield logo. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 30. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Ready. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. The Bucs at 8-2 on the year. And they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners of 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw here. And a throw right sideline is complete. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
The first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Back to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. They got to get to the 23 here on third.
19, Tiger, 19.
Looking to throw. He's going to let it go again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So on fourth down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. Going to bring through on the touchdown flip for the 6-3 game.
Yeah, I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Washington offense back out there. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Open man there is Malone. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Back to throw again. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The point after is good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Wsh. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. There's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
2nd down and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Marsh. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him.
And he is going to have the Bucs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
They'll set up to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Second and 2. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
CD, you remember John Elway?
Oh, boy. How could I forget John Elway and how many NFL defenses? So glad he's no longer throwing the ball around.
Well, Elway threw for 51,475 yards, and we just saw him go past that number for career passing yards.
That means his career now as memorable as John Elway's, and that's a pretty significant accomplishment.
Man, what an accomplishment it is. Congratulations. And he's still doing it. Still doing it at a high level. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Washington. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
This is unbelievable.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. So here is Washington now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense. But yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Only a yard there, slipped out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that one.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Marsh.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Defense. What was that, Russ?
The chart. Protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Now a handoff up the middle. Marsh. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
2nd and 5. His pass caught at the 4.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
On the stick.
He'll try again, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Up the middle they go. It's Marsh, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Commanders' offense set to take over. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Any times the incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
He's going to air one out.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And he goes out right around the 39. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Okay,
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Now a handoff up the middle. Marsh. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
And now walk. And use their final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Now Washington down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor.
Now their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble. I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.